TikTokers, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope you're all having the best day ever. Thank you so much for clicking on my video today and being a part of this conversation. I really appreciate you spending even a little portion of your day here. Okay, we have got to get into it. So we are going to be talking, by the way, the dogs are on the bed today. It is very warm today in Brighton, and it has been very warm for the past, you know, few days. We're approaching summertime now. And it is very hot for the dogs, so this room is well air conditioned, so instead of just, you know, having them wander around the apartment, I thought, and you can see they're loving the attention now. I thought it would be for the best that they just stay in here while I'm filming the video, so there will probably be a lot of distractions in this video, and if that's something that you're not here for, I don't care because my dogs just need the air condition because it is very warm, especially my little bonbon. Okay guys, staff meeting, I'm filming a video now. So we need to go over here. We need to go over here. Would that be so much fun if we went on the bed behind Bonnie? This is not really what I was going for. If we go on the bed behind me. Ooh, isn't it so fun back there? Good girl, Bonnie. All right, okay, so let me get my iPad. Oh my God. So there's always just something with Trisha Paytas, and there is every single birthday that she has. And I don't know if anyone else is picking up with this pattern that we have here. And I don't mean to be a bitch, but first of all, every single holiday that happens in the world, there always seems to be some sort of Trisha Paytasification of it, where there's like something that happens to her that takes attention away from like the actual holiday. So I remember Valentine's Day was whenever she announced that she was pregnant, and Mother's Day, she's now in the hospital. So PR is working great. But no, on Trisha Paytas' birthday, for a little bit of Trisha Paytas gore of everyone. Is that what you say? I always hear Brittany Broski say that, where it's like the gore of something, or glore. I don't know. It's like facts or information about that? I don't know. But for a little bit of Trisha Paytas facts and trivia, on her birthday every single year, something always goes wrong. So last year was the big drama with Moses that happened when all of his texts were leaked. The one before that, there was drama with David Dobrik, and the one before that, I'm pretty sure she was 5150'd. Is that what that means? Yeah, whenever you're put in involuntary hold in the hospital, there's always some sort of... It is sweating so fucking much in here. Oh my God, I'm opening this window as well. Oh my God, Brighton in the summertime, especially when you live down by the sea, is intense. And that was whenever she was put on the involuntary hold in the hospital on her birthday a couple years ago. So there always is something that happens on her birthday. So whenever I saw all these TikToks and posts from her that she was in the hospital, she was hospitalized on her birthday, my mind immediately went to, what national holiday is it? And then I went, oh, it's Mother's Day. And then I went, oh, and to top it all off, it's Trisha's birthday. And something, I don't mean to be disrespectful here, but all I'm saying is that on her birthday every single year, something drastically goes wrong, and something has this year where she is now in the hospital because she has the big COVID. Now, before we get to her Instagram story, which I've downloaded, she has uploaded a YouTube... Preach it, sister. Bonnie snoring in the background while sitting upright. While there is a YouTube video on this that she's posted, I don't feel the need to go through it because she did it on an Instagram story in a much more condensed way, which I appreciate. So we're gonna go through that. But ML on Twitter actually sent me this where I was like, Bestie, you have to see this. So this is before Trisha's announcement of the fact that she was in hospital. 5 days ago, she posted a YouTube video in which she states the following, which is very interesting about... Yes, Bonnie. Which is very interesting considering the news we know now. So this was 5 days ago.
It's too uncertain, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because we wanted to go to New York and, like, they saw the mask mandates, and I wanted to go see Pamela Anderson, but I don't think it's going to happen. Okay. I'll go see something here.
Maybe
I don't want to sit... I don't know, she will. I just don't think I could sit through a show with a mask on. We did that for Donnie, and it was... horrible. Although now in Vegas they don't have masks, I guess we could go there.
Yeah, it's odd. But I guess every time a new strain comes, it comes first to New York and then spreads through the country.
Oh, is it a new strain that's happening there?
I think that's why they're bringing it back.
I mean, I guess it's better I don't go anyways. Since we stay in a bubble, we don't go anywhere. That's probably why we haven't gotten it yet.
Yeah, we're one of the few.
But we also literally didn't go anywhere.
Because we were good. We were quarantining. We were keeping...
Well, we were quarantining before the quarantine.
All I'm saying is, like, we quarantined. We always kept, whether it's masks, washing hands, all the things you need to do.
You just said you weren't wearing masks though.
Yeah.
So,
I
wonder,
I didn't always wash hands, and I used to touch my face all the time, so I think that was a myth, because I used to always, like, touch my face. In the height of COVID, like, when I'd go get Korean fried cheese by myself or something, I'd always be touching my face, licking my fingers. I was like, oh, shit. And I would always think, like, oh, man, I shouldn't do that. I never got it. So, I don't know. I think that's a myth.
No, I wouldn't say a myth. I just said...
It's like masks. I'm not saying masks are a myth. I will wear masks if they want me to. But it's like, did they really...
No, but you just didn't come across it. If you touched it, yeah. You just didn't. But I'm saying now,
Talk about manifesting, Trisha. So then we have ML sent me, and then we have this today. So this is not the Instagram story. So you just heard Trisha say that she doesn't want to wear masks. She doesn't like wearing masks. Wearing a mask is a myth. And also, basically, the entire thing is a myth because she's been touching things and putting her hands in her... Keep in mind, by the way, this woman is pregnant, and she has put out a video 5 days ago that states that she basically would touch all these surfaces, then lick her fingers, touch her face, so she thinks that it's a myth that you didn't have to, like, wash your hands and stuff like that, and she thinks it's also a myth of wearing masks. Because, look, she's done all this since the start of the pandemic, and she has not got any. So, then we have this clip from today.
But basically, keep wearing masks. I'm vaccinated, so I don't know, but just keep wearing masks. Try to social distance as much as you can. It could have been anything. I went to the show, when people asked me to take my mask down, I did for a picture, and I guess in better judgment I should have done that, but it could have been touching surfaces, it could have been anything. And obviously being pregnant, I just need to be a lot more careful. My personal opinion, I believe things are opening up way too quickly. Shows and stuff like that, we probably should have gone hindsight. Again, I know there's people that just want to live their life, and I get that because I'm one of those people too. We just had never gotten it, so I thought, not a big deal, but it's a big deal, and it's really hurt, and it's really painful.
Alright, okay. Now we're gonna get to the Instagram story. One thing I will say, as someone who has had it 2/3 times, it is not what you want. It is not great. It completely wipes you out. The first time I had it, I only had my 1 dose. I got it right after that. That was the hardest. I was actually hospitalized for that, so we'll not talk about that story. And then the second time I had it, I had all my vaccines. I felt fine. And then the third question mark time I had it, testing wasn't available here. I just felt sick and I isolated for like 2 weeks. And that one it just felt like a cold as well. But let me tell you, whenever you have it, it is awful. It is not great. It is not something you should wish on someone. It is not something you want. It is not something you want one of your loved ones to have. It is absolutely horrible. I don't think I need to explain that. I think we're 3 years into this now that we're aware of it. It is something that I would not wish on anyone. And especially a woman that is pregnant. This is not good. Now, we're going to watch her Instagram story. It's just very interesting because, yeah, for the longest time, Trisha had been putting out these videos that was almost like one-upping people that, like, she has not been, being safe throughout this. She's not been wearing her mask. She doesn't even believe in that. She's been licking her fingers after, being out not washing her hands. First of all, admitting that you're not washing your hands is such a disgusting, dirty thing. Like, you should be doing that anyway. To put all that out on the internet for so long is so weird. And then to do a 180, I completely get it because you don't think you're going to get it until you get it. And it is absolutely horrible when you get it. I just wish that from the start, Trisha has been getting called out for the fact that she has been promoting a very unhealthy lifestyle when we're living with something like this, because we are still living with it, and we have our vaccines and we know how to live with it now, which is, if there's a mask mandate, we can wear it. And even on public transport, I still wear mine on public transport, and I hope to do forever because airplanes and trains and buses scare me as it is. But Trisha has been getting called out, is what I'm saying, for promoting that almost it's a myth. You don't need to wash your hands, which is so weird. You don't need to wear a mask and stuff like this. So the fact that Trisha has it now, she understands that those things are in place for a certain reason, mandate or not. It is what you want to do, especially when the government aren't forcing it on you, but to look after yourself, especially as a pregnant woman. 5 days ago to put out a video saying that you basically don't believe in any of the precautions against it is not a great thing to do whatsoever, and I feel really sorry for her that she has this now. It is awful. Again, it's not something that you ever want. I mean, coulda, fucking shoulda, woulda, you know. I wish, and I'm sure she does now, that she wasn't not wearing masks ever, or not, you know, licking her fingers and not washing her hands and stuff like that. It's just, you know what I mean? But she has given an update that, you know, the pregnancy's gonna be fine, she's gonna be fine, and that's the most important thing, and that's the great thing. But I do hope that people can learn from this, where, you know, to have a kind of ego about COVID is the worst thing that you can do, where it's like, you know, I haven't got it yet, or who needs to wear a mask, or who needs to wash their hands. It's like, it's there for a certain reason. So anyway, Trisha's first story said, not how I imagined spending my birthday. And then you can see that Paytas, Trisha K, so that she was in the hospital. Now again, it is really interesting that every time she's, you know, having a birthday, something like this happens. Like she was in hospital a couple years ago for her birthday. Then she's posted this of her fever, and then she talks about it and says the following. Alright. Now also she posted a bunch of like, get ready with me videos, like ASMR birthday videos. She has clarified that she filmed them all weeks ago, which is interesting to pre-film for your birthday weeks in advance. But she said that she's glad she did that now because she has content while she's recovering. So I guess first things first, content, right?
Today, but updates. So basically, now it's my birthday, it's May 8th. I went to the hospital last night, May 7th. And the reason I went to the ER is because I didn't even think about having COVID, to be honest. I never had COVID this time, so
we're aware, you told us.
That wasn't even a thought. But I called my OBGYN. I had 102-degree fever 2 nights in a row, so he said to go into the emergency room, where they gave me this huge IV. They gave me like 2 big bags of medicine through IV, which really helped break my fever because it was unbearable. It was so bad, and obviously I'm pregnant, so that's what I was most worried about. A fever when you're pregnant is like really, really scary and can be really, really harmful to the baby. So I'm like, you know,
I'm sorry, I really don't mean to be a bitch here, but if you're pregnant, why are you posting videos saying that, like, why would I wear a mask and why would I wash my hands if I haven't got it yet? You know what I mean? I am just being like nitpicky, and I'm sorry, I'm not. To put all that out and then be like, you know, I've been so careful. It's like 5 days ago you said different.
Go in, and so we went in and they did all these tests on me. My oxygen levels were good, which was good because I couldn't breathe, but like the oxygen levels were good and everything else was, you know, good. And then they're like, but you have COVID. We took a home COVID test on Friday and it was negative, so those tests are kind of bullshit. But a lot of people are asking.
Yes, Trisha Paytas, the COVID genius. No, I'm definitely going to listen to Trisha when she talks about the home tests are bullshit, considering she was also telling us to not even wash our hands. Isn't that ridiculous, Dolly? Isn't that so ridiculous? Look at her tail going. Isn't that so ridiculous? She wasn't washing her hands. Isn't that so disgusting? You wash your hands, don't you? You do! You wash your hands! High five! Yay! Thank you. It's bizarre, isn't it, Dolly? Please ignore my speaking to my dog's voice. You didn't hear anything. But, damn.
Isolating. He hasn't been isolating for me. Obviously, we're isolating together now.
Her and Moses.
That's just a choice he made. I don't know.
I'm sure he made it.
But, yeah, and he's been here, and now we're isolating for, I think it's like 7 to 10 days. Everything is so much scarier when you're pregnant.
Yeah.
Like, if it was just me, I wouldn't care. I'm just like, whatever. I'm like sick. I'll get over it. But
which is why you should have been.
The main thing is the fever is broken. I do not have a fever anymore. It was like 98.7, like perfect. I can't really breathe. I still have my cough. I'm stuffed up, and
I mean, she sounds horrible.
My fever is gone. My chills are gone. So that's like number 1. No more vomiting or nausea. That's number 2. So just dealing with this, which is good because it's only been 2 days of sickness. So God bless hospitals and doctors and nurses. Mm-hmm. They were so wonderful and sweet and compassionate, and yeah, have they do that job. It's amazing. So that's the update. I'm home now, so I get to just like...
I'm sure they would have been very glad to know that you were saying that you haven't even washed your hands. So I'm like, here's the thing. She now has it, and it's awful. She is a pregnant woman. She needs to be looking out for herself and her baby, and I hate being like, oh, well, you said this 3 days ago, 5 days ago, because, you know, she now has it. But it's like, can people please take this as, like, a lesson? Like, it is not hard to have hand sanitizer, or to bare minimum, wash your hands. I'm not even talking about COVID. I'm talking about, like, any sickness. That is the bare minimum. I'm just glad her and the baby are okay. It's like, this could have been so much worse. It's not great, but it could have been so much worse.
Happy birthday to me. Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to everyone out there. And,
Oh,
you know, we still
sorry, getting a text about upcoming podcast, which is so exciting. All right, thank you, babe.
Like we actually celebrated my birthday last week. It was so weird because like I knew this was Mother's Day today, so like we kind of did a birthday celebration. Like I got my gifts and stuff last week.
Content first, babe.
Moses did surprise me with a few more gifts this morning, which was really, really nice. But he did like
He surprised her with a few more gifts this morning. It was like one of them sheets of isolation. It was a bunch of masks and it was a bunch of hand soap. Happy birthday, Trish! Woo!
We went out to the show where I think I got the virus.
So you went to a show?
Because like we just wanted to celebrate my birthday early because I thought it was Mother's Day and I don't want to go out early on Mother's Day. So it's kind of like, I don't know, ironic that we like were celebrating early. So
ironic,
my
Jesus.
birthday videos, like my birthday ASMR video, I filmed like a few days ago because you know me, I was that ass down, that hustle, that grind. I had to be one ahead of myself. So yeah, and even the showgirls photo I posted today, we did that last week too because I knew I was going to post on my birthday. I'm always a step ahead. So this birthday is just laying in bed and resting. And that's fine by me, honestly. As long as my baby is good,
Girl, you do that every day.
That's all that matters. And, you know, thank you for sharing all of your stories. There's a few people who had told me that they had COVID while pregnant and that their baby was, you know, healthy and delivered great. And, you know, that's all I care about. So thank you guys for that. Thank you for well wishes. That's the update.
All right, and then we have a bunch of Mother's Day posts. Listen. First and foremost, I'm wishing Trisha the best. Trisha is a pregnant woman. I'm wishing the baby the best. This is worst case scenario. And obviously the doctor's dealing with it and stuff. It is best case scenario. That's first and foremost. And it's like, listen, we are 3 years maybe into this now. And you can, you know, continue to live your life. You can continue to, like... Trisha's talking about going to shows, and I'm not giving her criticism for going to shows. Heck, whenever I was in New York, which is like the same sort of like shows she's talking about, I was at Lord at Radio City Music Hall, and then I was at Charlie XCX at some other venue. I don't know what it was called. You know what I mean? But at the same time as doing that, whenever I'm on public transport and I'm doing things that not everyone else who's there is like consenting to going to a big show or whatever, I'm wearing my mask still. Call me fucking stupid or whatever like that, I'm still wearing my mask. It's a personal choice whenever I'm going to, public transport is my main one. And then sometimes whenever I'm out shopping as well. There's no mandate over here, and I know that there's very minimal over in America, but it's like whenever I'm going on like public transport and stuff, I just choose to do so. I'm still washing my hands. I assume you're washing your hands as well. I also use hand sanitizer, whether you are or not. I'm sure you're just washing your hands. So it's like, we're doing the things that Trisha was doing, but also we're just being hygienic. I wish her and the baby the best. That's my final notes on it. But it's just like, please be careful with how you live your life, especially whenever you're pregnant. And please be careful of what you're putting out there. Like, literally, that was 5 days ago. She's saying that she basically thinks that wearing a mitt and washing your hands is like a myth in terms of all this. It's just be careful and look out for yourself and look out for others. Muckers, let's talk about it below. I love you. Thank you for watching this video, and I will see you in my next one. It is hot as balls here. I'm going to put on that fan, and I'm going to stand directly in front of it for 20 minutes. I love you, and thank you for watching this. Dolly, do you want to say goodbye? Do you want to say goodbye to them? Bonnie, do you want to say goodbye? I think Bonnie's on the other side. Hold on. There she... Bonnie! Bonnie! Look at her ignoring me, you bitch. Bonnie! Look at her. She's doing everything in her power to ignore me. Bonnie, say goodbye. Bonnie. Bonnie. Say goodbye. Bonnie. I know you're trying to say goodbye. Your bitch sister isn't. Come here, say goodbye, look. Oh, there we go. We got her up. Thank you. All right, I love you, muckers, and I will see you in my next one. And stay safe, and please wash your hands. It's the bare minimum. I love you, bye.